go. Oh. Like, yo, they're Rooney. Oh my god, dude. Go Discord first. Make sure everything's good there. Okay, seemingly if I see like my Twitch stats stuff being behaving itself. Alright. Go to dashboard. Turn that up a bit. Check the stream so it's looking sounding and everything, hopefully. Alright. So, I think everything seems to be good so far. Probably might do some adjustments once we get into it a bit more, but yeah. Well, I had a thought about something, and also anyway. So I'll just hit press any button. Alright. So yeah, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get started and everything. So, as always everyone, heyo, my fellow Rumble Maniacs. It's Mr. Rumble Roses here, and welcome to a brand new game on the channel, even though it might be old, but it might be old by, today's standards and all that, but it's a new thing on the channel for me and everything. But, welcome to a game called Forgive Me Father. So, I do kind of want to talk about some stuff a little bit. So, first and foremost, yes, I know I said I was going to be playing some Outlaws Remastered and everything like that, but because of how, I guess like quick this game was, more or less, to install on my PS4, and because of how it got so highly requested for me to play it and everything like that, because of how it was so highly requested on me to play and everything like that, I figured you know what, I'm gonna give it a try, see what it's like and everything like that. So, yeah. And I will say this probably does what, and I'd say so far out of all the games, everything like that, even if it might just be for one person or what have you. This has been like that one game that's that someone would come to my stream and be like, hey, have you played Forget Me Father yet? Or are you gonna be doing a stream of it and everything like that? And it's I plan to someday, and it was to win because I had other ideas and stuff on my list. So I was just you know what, I'm gonna I was you know what, I have the game now, so why don't I just install it and everything like that, and just see what happens. Now, another thing I kind of want to talk about, this is this regards to a different game, but I've technically decided to shelve Ion Fury for the time being. Not that it because it's not because like I'm bored of the game or anything like that, or like I hate it. It's just there's a bit of a it's just I think there's a bit of an annoyance that kind of like it kind of irritates me because sometimes like I'll go on like I'll load up the game and everything like that, and um, when you have the DLC enabled for Ion Fury, you'll know that you'll know that it's actually a thing because the title screen or like the main menu screen is something completely different. Well, I don't know exactly why this is a thing, but every now and then, where it's like when I try to go to it and all that, or when I try like to load up the game and all that, especially to play around with like the new arrange mode, which is what I was doing since I had finished the DLC, since I finished the DLC of Aftershock, um, it would act like it was not, it would act like it, for some reason, like it would seem like it would just not be installed, even though like it's, like, even though like you go to the thing and it's like, oh, it's installed, so it's like, so like you have to like fucking, so it's basically like you have to do a thing where it's like you have to go to, the little like DLC page thing or whatever, and then like hit it again, try and reinstall it and all that, even though it does say it's installed. Sometimes like you have to do it like a few times for it, for it to fucking work, and it's just like, I don't know. And even though like I was like mostly playing like the main game, but with a mirror mode and everything like that, I was just like, I don't know. Now maybe someday I might come back to Alan Fury, continue off with that, just like I'm not talking about like Quake 2, but I don't know. Anyway, so I do want to put this out there and say that I have not really seen much in terms of a Give Me Father. I just know there was like a retro style boomer shooter type, FPS game that got me curious. So I was like, okay, I will get it, maybe do a stream of it here and there, and see what happens. So, alright, so. Maybe so. Okay. Okay, so jump is X, which it's kind of a thing that I like having on my FPS, a lot of my FPS games. Uh, squares interact. Options is pause the game, obviously. R1 switch to the next weapon. R1 switch to the previous weapon. Attack, like skill, Okay. Well, not too much stuff, it seems. Okay, so we got a priest and a journalist, so let's see. Priest is hell-bent on vanquishing evil. His abilities reward set up and focus on slower, more fits his playstyle. Journalist is a professional seeking the truth. Her abilities have short casting time, focused on faster, more aggressive gameplay. So that kind of sounds like more my alley. So what I'm probably going to do for the DB playthrough is I'm going to be playing as a journalist. And call me what you want. I don't really care, but like I'm going to start things off on very easy, so I can kind of get a feel of things. And then maybe someday in the future, like I might do like a second playthrough, and I might like bump it up some. When enough harm is done, the color disappears, the blood makes itself known to the power. Be rampage. Clarity even in tough situations. Okay, we're gonna do that for right now. Okay. I'm hoping everything. I'm hoping everything plays out nicely because last time I tried playing a new game, which was I think it's like the Slayer's Eggs, you know, with a funny, edgy name and all that. Um, there were like issues where it's like, you know, I try like to load up a set or load in a save, and it was just like, you know, how like, and it would just like have my fucking game just be like slow to a crawl just to fucking, you know, like everything situated and all that. And there's even times where I think it's like it fucking even crashed my game.
He asked for your help. He asked for your arrival. Chaotic contents of the letter. Missing people, panic, strange voices. Cousin Louis' request for help could not remain unanswered. You set off for your hometown without hesitation. To the town of Pestisville.
Pestisville?
You got there soon enough. You noticed that the locals were quick to leave this place. You felt observed. This is where you were supposed to meet your cousin. However, the room was empty. While searching for information on your cousin's whereabouts, you heard a strange sound of footsteps in the corridor. After a while, there was a knock on the door.
Oh god. The ones in the hats remind me of Caleb from Blood. It's like, oh god, has he joined the cultists? We're gonna hear like the fucking like Mother Master Spirits or whatever they say. But yeah, like if you ever play Blood and everything like that, if you play Blood and you know the main character and all that, then I think anyone would agree that you know like the ones in the cowboy and you know the cowboy hats look very similar to Caleb. Maybe with like a few little, well, maybe like some slight little changes here and there, like um, you know, but still, it has like a very noticeable thing. Okay, hold on. I wish this thing would like fucking move faster. Like it's slow, feels so slow feels as slow as molasses trying to get you know fucking things to move. All right. World 1 Attic. You gotta go. Shoot by pressing the R1 and use R2 switch weapons. So aim well.
Dubious cases need firm methods.
Reese Martin to grave. And Street for Lady Forest, Pestisville, Massachusetts. Story. Dear Mr. Martin, circumstances forced me to to take decisive steps. Fortunately, as a result, old Murphy started to walk. We ended a consultation from your side to understand something from his jabber. Just come to the hospital as soon as you can and notify the sheriff as well, Dr. Sullivan. Lois, uncle, in case of absence, you know where to find me.
Fallen Aces? Dormants? Who are they?
The way like it goes from like the way like it switches like from knife to revolver, it kind of reminds me of like it kind of reminds me of old Wolfenstein, like Wolfenstein 3D, where it's like you don't see like the gun go like you don't see like the gun going, you don't see like the weapon going down like the new one coming up. It's just like like a snap of the fingers, and all that. Ew, there's a skill tree. Headshot. In the lower right corner of the screen is the Madness bar, which is filled up by killing enemies and drinking alcohol in the game. So I guess that's where that four thing. The higher the madness, the more damage you deal, and the less damage you receive from enemies.
Who the hell were they? They didn't look like normal thugs.
You need to have a red key. Tales of the Deep, Volume 1. Legends of making a sea dog's blood boil. 1. Fire and water. 2. Mermaid hunter. 3. Gone with the wave. 4. Lord of the sea.
That's a great story, but it's not my thing.
We're hiring fishermen to work on boats sailing out the Gulf of Maine in the spring-summer season. $4 for each cruise. Foreigners are guaranteed accommodation. Revert till March 17th at Pestisville Dock. Okay, hold on. Okay, so I'm not, okay, so, and there's probably gonna be like a little thing with like, kind of like, like, analyzing certain things here and there, so, one thing I've noticed so far, at least from the revolver, it doesn't seem to have like a, it It doesn't seem like it's a weapon that needs to be reloaded. Yeah, because like, you know, it's like, oh, it's, you know, a revolver, maybe got like 7 or I think it was like 7 or 8 shots or something like that before you have to do it, so it doesn't seem like in this case, you know, I have to reload it at all. You know, unless if it does something different, but like, I think I fired off a few rounds, but not like enough to, that would count it as empty. So, you know, it's kind of giving me like the classic Doom, you know, like Doom, you know, type of, you know, like Doom, like classic Doom, Wolfenstein, you know, type thing, where it's like, oh, you know, you have a gun that doesn't, you know, your starting weapon doesn't need to be reloaded. I see on the bottom left hand side, we got kind of like a face. Now, the thing that comes to my mind, obviously, is like a status bar face, and like Doom. So, my guess at most is that, probably like when we take damage or like or get like a certain point of health, that things may change for it. The doors seem unopenable right now. Owie. Okay, so we have 200 health. Sorry, I was kind of just checking some stuff. Cause yeah, I believe I talked about this in my I believe I talked about this in my last stream, but now for some reason like Twitch mobile's actually starting to work now. Where it's like, I get like notifications and stuff like that, from certain stream channels that, have the bell thing. I was like, hey, like when this person goes live, notify me on mobile. To even like, when I, start a stream on my end, give me like your mobile live dashboard, and even like, when I, even like, when I end, I get like the stream summary and all that.
I won't miss you.
New England Reporter, March 9th, 1926, based off Pestisville attacks. Miriam, I'm probably going to get some of these names wrong, so forgive me, but Miriam Mahoney, Shire 15, I understand since you're not missing in the last few weeks of Halfling's Country, or Halfling's County, excuse me. Sheriff's Office still hasn't pointed out any suspects in this case, whilst the people are becoming victims of a mysterious assailant. Citizens suspected that the beast of Pestisville settled in the surrounding forest and has people and cattle, like a three-eyed dragon or a sea lion. Testimonies of potential witnesses differ significantly. Who's going to unravel the mystery? Move one head off, it puts the other one on. Nice. That's one tough claw. Gotta love a chain reaction. New weapon.
After what I saw here, I'll need a little backup.
Okay, so apparently, okay, so I'm like trying to remember I'm trying to like remember all the games that had had double barrel shotguns and all that, and apparently this one is. I'd say like this one kind of follows like the Doom 2 logic. Like it fires both barrels at the same time, so like you can't be able to fire only like one barrel at a time. So it's double bang for your buck. Save. Press square for quick save, hold, save menu. Okay. So I guess we have like these little like save state. So I guess these are pretty much gonna be like the way that we save our game. Watch your back, kid. Achoo! 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 Excuse me. Alright. Let's do that. Hopefully. Northern Hunters, 1921. Benjamin Mahoney, Charles Maxwell, and I guess it's still like little things like showing who's who. That looks like lava.
I think he sniffed something out. Where the hell am I?
Easy way out, huh?
I had to get poisoned. In this kind of place, it's quite easy.
Okay, so I got some health and armor, I believe. Okay, so I think for right now, like, this is just my 2 cents. But I'm guessing, like, the max ammo I can have for my double barrel, my boomstick, if you will, is 24. Not 21, 24. You just picked up a flashlight. This is your first free skill. Use it to light up the darkness around you. You must press and hold the L1. Remember though, you cannot light your way while wielding a weapon. Oh, I have to use L2. So, I think that we're kind of going. I'm trying to think, and again, I apologize if you like I'm kind of like stopping and analyzing, and all that. I'm just like, I'm doing like a thing. I was like, I'm playing through the first time. It's like I'm reminiscing of of things, and I think like when it came to the the whole flashlight situation. I think it kind of reminded me of like Doom 3 a little bit, like I think it's like the regular Doom 3, not the BFG, where it's like, I think one thing is like you have to like, if you want to light your way through something, you have to like have like a button. You have to use a button. You have to like use a button, to hold the flashlight, and you can't be able to go from there like that.
It sparks!
We'll cut you up, see? I'm gonna cut you up. There's 1 point available. Wait, did I lose my my revolver or? So did I lose my revolver or am I out? Was I out of ammo? Alright, let's see. Alright. Big more line with no gimmicks.
I like this one. It's got a semi-auto thing going on.
Okay, so yeah, so okay, so yeah, so I am out of ammo for my pistol type weaponry. Level complete. Total kills 108 on 121. Barrels destroyed 16 on 19. Secrets unlocked 0 of 1. That's fine. Story open 9 of 9. Okay. So I'm going to assume that's kind of like the opening, like an opening demo type level where it's like, oh, you get a feel for this, and all that jazz.
Sir, please! Manners! What's waiting for me outside? The best way to reach the hospital is by the docks.
Drunken Sailor Inn. Bradley, Charles Kaufman, Steve Dawes, Lewis Martin, Andy Milkway. I don't know. Okay, so knife I'd say seems, seems kind of nice, seems reliable enough. I'm going to assume that, like, some enemies, like if you, I don't know if that's like all enemies or just like some or whatever, like, maybe there might be like moments where it's like, if maybe like if you use the knife, then, kind of like, they get split apart a little bit, but then their upper body kind of, tries to do a thing.
What? These monsters are barrels too?
Ouch. Hold on. Let's do this. What happens if we restart the level? Do we like lose all of our stuff, or like do we? I'm trying to think, like, do we lose all of our stuff, or do we just fucking like the way I'm thinking about it's like, like either A, we lose all of our stuff and we go back, to square one, or B, like it restarts the level, but have the the previous save state thing, previous save and, and mine and all that. Okay.
Sir, please! Manners! The best way to reach the hospital is by the docks. What's waiting for me outside? I wonder what's hiding in that mysterious fog.
Liquidator.
Lately, there had to be fresh delivery from the south. What's so special about this rock?
Ow. Okay, so I got some weapons. I got some ammo for my pistol replacement. Okay, so good thing is I can able just to hold down the fire button in order to be free to do my thing. Okay. Okay. I'll say I do find this pretty interesting, at the very least. we got a party up in here. Hang on, can I go back? Nope. These doors are locked. Well, fuck you, game. Secret found. I got 50% armor. Armor, I tell you. Armor. Yeah. Let's see. Knives are throwable, I can do damage from distance. Massive damage increase, bigger damage. Skin foes. More expensive and durable gun that won't blow up if you shot more barrel. Oh, nice. Bouncy bullets, increased range. Grab on ammo pouch. Okay.
Hopefully, in the town I'll find someone who I can talk to.
Okay. Not bad, Twirtle. I wonder if these are like, I wonder if like these are indications of enemies I'm gonna be like encountering. You know, it's like, oh, you think it's just a loading screen, but it's actually, you know, it's actually a screen that says like, hey, these are you know, some enemies that you're gonna be now facing. Probably, you know, might be the main thing. Probably might be others, you know. Preach the glory of the Lord of eternity together. You just picked up herbs, a new skill. When smoked, you get cursed by magic sword. Each hit with it heals your wounds and deals tons of damage. Oncoming pain is reduced using arrows, cast madness points. Many times. So many times their skill can be used. Skill costing points has a limited number of uses, don't be afraid to use them. During battle, as your madness level increases, skill assigned to the button of the icon of skill. Vote for Mahoney. Adrian McDonald missing. I slice and dice thee.
Well, I guess Law is dead. I have to take matters into my own hands. Okay. Don't panic.
Ew.
I feel pretty good about myself today. More weapons! Now we're talking!
Alright, so now I got a travel gun. So let's see. More stable and much faster, pump to full lead, increase damage, increase firing speed. Alright, so let's see. So double gun, double fog, X doesn't matter. Okay, got that.
I feel like I could crush this under a truck and it would still work.
Hey! spooky. Mass seizures, hospitals bursting at the seams, flood city, Brooklyn's underwater, monsters, damn. Wet went out on this neck of the woods. Ammo for the shoulder. Okay. Wookie. Ammo for the Tommy gun. Okay. So far, so good. Oh, 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 oh. Okay, so 180. Okay, so I think the next thing I might try and do light pierces the darkness. I think the next thing I might do is I might kind of go for this.
You bastard!
Takes time to take the fate of this town in our hands. Pestersville is rocked by the power of Marley's family. The coming election may change. No fun allowed. Got my first trophy.
I thought alcohol was outlawed. Unless these barrels weren't supposed to be here in the first place.
Okay. Ow. Okay, so definitely be careful of barrels because you never know exactly as to when they're going to be sentient and pretty much become a monster and try to blow you up.
Roaming the streets is pointless. I need to get to higher ground.
Okay. I'm really curious about this. So when it loads in the next thing, I'm actually going to probably go to the main menu because I want to see like if it's gonna out like I want to see like if it's one to like if it's gonna like the auto save at like the start of the level. Before I do that though,
Having more bullets wouldn't hurt.
okay, let's see. Let me just see, what happens. Cause like my best guess is that like when you go to a new level, like it all saves at the start, and like and of course like during your old adventure, if you find that little like that one little area to do like a hard save or a quick save type thing, and then you're able to go from there. So. Okay. So it looks like it actually does do the save, so yeah, I think what I'm going to do probably is I'm probably going to actually end it here. I know it's a bit early than normal and everything like that, and don't worry, nothing's wrong, or anything. Um, I was kind of just, I think it's like a nice little, like, stopping point, be like, oh, hey, like, we kind of got a feel for a little bit, and it'll be like a way, it'll be kind of, I guess you say it'll be kind of like a way, for me to, it's like, take everything in so far, kind of, come up with, like, some ideas, and stuff like that for the future, because of everything. Like, knowing the fact it's like, oh, I have a skill tree thing, I can like, reset the points, because I want to, try something a little different, stuff like that, so, yeah. But yeah, we are going to end, and we're going to try to see if we can possibly raid someone. Just go to my PC channel real quick. And for those that don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, because my stuff is, because I have like not only my PlayStation's connected to my TV obviously, but also have like my PC stuff connected to my to my TV stuff as well. So there's that. And like I have to like and I pretty much do a thing where it's like I use my remote control to change the channel stuff. Where it's like, oh, this channel's more for my PC stuff. This channel is for me being on PlayStation. This is for like this this channel stuff would be for this network stuff. So. But yeah, I will say like so far I am kind of digging the game. It's definitely got like like that noir, like it feels like kind of like the whole noir-esque feeling and all that stuff. Even though it's like it's color, but it's like it is what it is. Looking forward to hopefully trying to play more of it in the future. Which I might kind of like, I might kind of like, to figure out, like, you know, when I might put that in my schedule and everything like that. But I'd say that for right now, though, my next planned stream, if everything goes well, will hopefully be on Wednesday as part of my 2-day slow week of streaming. I'm probably gonna be doing some more of the Lou mod for Doom 1, where we do like things like episode 3, which is Inferno. Not 100% sure yet if I will be doing, like, not 100% sure yet if I will be doing yeah, I'm not 100% sure if I will be doing episode 4 of Doom 1 with the mod. I might kind of, like, you know, play around with it off stream and see what happens. And all that. But yeah, probably. But yeah, it's probably gonna be my thing for Wednesday. Thursday probably might actually be some Outlaws Remastered, since I kind of put it off for this game in particular, since it was like, hey, like, I kind of want to, you know, continue onwards with that, you know, and see what it's like and everything. Now Friday, no, and I'm just kind of putting it out there and saying this and everything like that. I'm not gonna kind of go into it too much, but there may be a little something special kind of a thing for Friday at most. I don't know for sure if, like, I will be streaming it on my end as well, but me and a certain friendo, brother from another mother, as one would say, even, we might actually be doing something that I never thought we actually would get to do. But we're gonna kind of, but we are gonna kind of, like, you know, test things out for, you know, we're gonna hopefully try to test things out and everything, and then go from there. So, yeah. But anyway, if you guys enjoyed what you saw today and you watch this on Twitch, feel free to give the channel a follow and become a Rumble Maniac today. If you don't follow me anywhere else online, you can check out my YouTube channel, give it a sub, know really good stuff. And feel free to follow me on Twitter as well. Maybe even Blue Sky if you want, even though I haven't already posted anything there. But, yeah, until I see you all in the next video or live stream, as always, take care everybody, and I hope you all have a good week or weekend.